Here's a little tip. Christ told the Israelites that were coming out of Egypt for them to borrow from the Egyptians and make haste on the way out. So there's a tip for you. If Goldman Sachs and all your bankers and all those people who are looting you and robbing you can readily take everything from you and leave you with nothing, why is it that you people who have the knowledge don't know enough to be able to get from the system and get what you can while it's still out there, so that you'll be able to sustain when it's time? Turn this little credit money into physical substance while there's still time. Borrow from the Egyptians. Shalom. Someone know where that script at? I got the script for you. I can paste it for you if you want. You ready to read it? Last scripture before we go. Exodus. Ready? Exodus 22.
3 and 22.
Exodus 3 and 22. Read it.
Exodus chapter 3, verse 22.
Read it.
But every woman shall borrow of her neighbor. And
No. Start at the 21st verse.
Verse 21. And I will give this people favor in the sight of the Egyptians. And it shall come to pass that when ye go, ye shall not go empty.
When you shall go, you shall not go empty. Read.
But every woman shall borrow of her neighbor.
Hold up. Borrow from her neighbor. Read.
And of her that sojourneth in her house.
Go ahead.
Jewels of silver.
Jewels of silver.
And jewels of gold.
Jewels of gold.
And raiment.
Clothing.
And ye shall put them upon your sons and upon your daughters, and ye shall spoil the Egyptians.
You shall what?
And ye shall spoil the Egyptians.
Now, the reason the Most High said spoil the Egyptians is because the Egyptians got rich off of the slave Hebrews who worked for almost nothing in their country. Yes. So we didn't receive 40 acres and a mule, brothers and sisters. No. There was no reparations. So look at what this scripture said. All right? You are the children of light. Most people are walking in darkness and cannot see. Can you see what this scripture says? Follow it. That was the God of the Hebrews who said do that. All right? Someone asked, Elder, are you aware that they are taking out your Holocaust? It's not viewable in Europe. You mean the Holocaust video on YouTube is not available to be viewed in Europe? The ones that's on YouTube? Listen. Read the scripture. Okay? I'll tell you, you better get it before Goldman Sachs do. Because your only option at that point will be what? Internment camps. Yeah. Turn that credit into physical substance. You cannot sell or buy credit. I don't care if your credit score is at the top of the line. Your credit score will do nothing once they roll out the mark of the beast, and you cannot buy or sell without that chip. Okay? The mark of the beast is the RFID chip that they will roll out soon. Even Facebook have rolled out a campaign where these kids went to this remote hotel and having fun at this remote hotel with wristbands on, and it tracks their every move through Facebook and everything, and they can buy and sell and everything at this hotel, and they got this linked with Facebook. So Facebook will be a key cog in this rolling out of the mark of the beast system. Okay? So it's coming. I will talk about the Georgia Guidestones tomorrow during the Sabbath. I'll go into that a little bit during the Sabbath. All right? With that, we're going to say shalom. And keep that in mind. All right? Use your mind and get some substance that can help you in this time before they take it from you. Okay? Shalom. Water, brother. See this real quick. Someone asks, isn't that stealing and breaking commandments? Eyes wide open 26. Sister, when the Most High told the Israelites to borrow from the Egyptians and leave out, was that stealing and breaking the commandments? Or was that getting what belonged to them, the payment that belonged to them that they didn't receive in servitude? Which one was it? Was that stealing? Those people that gave these Egyptians their jewelry and clothing and all that money thought that it was coming back. They really thought that these people was going to pay that back. I'm asking you, do you understand that? Hey, James. Let me ask you a question, Brother James. Don't be putting that stuff out there like that, okay? I'll talk to you through, you email me and we'll talk. Okay? Good. Yeah. Is it stealing when they come through and you can't pay your bill? Is that stealing when they take your car? When they take your house? Is that stealing? When they came up with these faulty loans and tricked all these poor people into signing these faulty loans knowing that they would have bloated payment that they cannot pay because they couldn't afford the house from the beginning. They started off with low payments and their rent fluctuated with these this new trickery, these fluctuating mortgages that they knew that would actually destroy the poor. Okay? So, let's make this clear, Sister Eyes Wide Open 26. If it don't apply to you and you feel a certain type of way about it, then by all means, just be a good old American. Everything is fine. But for people who don't understand what's going on, okay, borrow from the Egyptians. All right? And I'm going to tell you right now,